Oh, yes, Gunther Dedmund here. This is the basement sublet of horror, of course. I just want to make a little announcement before we begin. I've received a few emails that have disturbed me greatly. It seems that people out there in viewerland have turned my little quirk of saying the word anyway into a drinking game. So in other words, anytime I say the word anyway, people are taking a drink. And since I say the word anyway many times throughout the course of the show, well, you get the idea. I'm appalled by this. You should cease this practice immediately. I do not encourage you to drink. I also do not encourage you to drink and drive. I would appreciate you if you would stop this practice now. Please. Thank you. Hello, my friends, and welcome to the basement sublet of horror. I am your host, Gunther Dedmund, and tonight it's the Wild Women of Wongo. Oh, yes. Oh, not science fiction, not horror, but again, a horrible movie. Horrible. The horrible counts, doesn't it? Well, in my book it does. So, this movie is so bad, I'm going to make a point to you tonight. And I'm going to show you the end of the movie first, and I can prove to you how bad it is by showing you that it won't make any difference. So here we go, here's the end of the movie.
Hidako, come forward and speak.
We men of Wongo thought our women were taken by the ape men. We have found others. We have come to present them to the dragon god.
Your father chose Omu for your mate. How do you answer to that?
I will answer. Omo is mine.
So be it!
There you see, even by showing you the ending, I don't really give anything away, because that's the mark of a bad film. If you see the ending first and you still don't have a clue and it doesn't give away anything, what's the difference? So why should you watch, you say? Well, you should watch because it's my show, and you should always watch my show. That's right. What an egomaniac I am. So anyway, where was I? The actors were probably really happy when they got the script for tonight's film because, well, there's not really any dialogue in it. So they must have let out a cheer when they read the script because, hey, we don't have to act, we don't have to say anything. So anyway, let's go off now and we'll see what Mother Nature has to say.
I am Mother Nature. For millions of years, Father Time and I have worked hand in hand to make the world a better place to live in. We think we've done fairly well. We have made our mistakes. There was one about 10,000 years ago when we tried a topsy-turvy experiment with the human race. At that time, in a village called Wongo, we made all the women beautiful and all the men brutes. We put all the handsome men in the tribe of Guna, many days' march to the south. And we made the Guna girls, well, not beautiful.
And so they joined the stream of family life in the suburbs, soon to become part of its familiar sights, soon to absorb its familiar sounds.
It didn't work. The Wild Women of Wongo.
So Jimmy's become a high school dropout. Big deal, right? Well, he certainly isn't alone. More than 500,000 other young people will quit school this year. But just who are these dropouts? But don't be fooled. Dropouts come from suburban and rural areas, as well as in the inner city. And overall, 4 out of 5 dropouts are white.
You still wear your hair the way your mother combed it years ago. You may do all right when it comes to answering questions on paper, but you're too shy and unsure of yourself to speak up about anything.
Joe should have been looking for a trade school, which also offers a high school diploma.
Now, if you're a Bill, you're 6 inches taller than you were last year and weigh in at 160 now. You're starting to shave, a sign that you're becoming a man in more ways than size.
King of Wongo, why do you come to the temple of the dragon god?
He thinks he's smart. He thinks he's a wit. He's really not either. Not a bit.
The maidens of Wongo are ready for marriage. I come to ask you and the god to receive them.
No! No!
We will ask the great dragon. Come.
Next, the boys and girls find out what a big job the engineer and custodians have to do. Can you think of some of the things the custodians do to help your school?
He moves among creatures of frightening features, flashing teeth, slashing jaws, flapping fins, snapping claws. He protects and he saves his friends under the waves. That's where you'll find Diver Dan.
I guess you've seen that sign enough times, haven't you? Any bar or club that sells liquor by the drink, or any retail store dealing in spirits or bottled alcoholic beverages is sure to have it in a prominent place. Bud and Jack went in to buy a case of beer for a picnic, and right now they think it's pretty unfair that they can't walk into a store like anyone else and buy liquor just because they're underage. Oh, that's me, incidentally, Tom Ullman. I'm a sports reporter on the city paper. The boys want me to take their money and buy their drinks for them. No deal. Maybe it'd be a good idea if I told them a little something about why that sign is in the window and why they should be glad it is there. For anybody who fools around with this, adult or minor, is playing with dynamite.
Akko brings you the kill. It is good. His father will buy you tonight.
At the opposite end of the scale in physical development is Ellen, already starting to look and act like a woman, trying out hairdos and lipsticks and fingernail polish. If you're an Ellen, you are quite at ease and confident of your place in the group.
A stranger!
Jim earns his reputation as the class pest, but he knows, as you know if you're a Jim, how awful it is to be practically no bigger than you were almost 2 years ago, still a kid, compared to Bill.
I've never seen a man from another village.
Get into the hut.
I guess you could say Paul started it all, but it wasn't all his fault, actually. You see, he was just too good a musician for his age. He played in dance bands with older fellas, and they taught him things he'd be better off not knowing. Jim had the richest father in town, and Tip, well, Tip was captain of the basketball team. All state the year before. They saw something funny in the way their friend Paul was acting as soon as he joined them. According to Paul, it's no fun drinking alone. He wants company. The other boys have never tasted liquor before, so they have to be dared into it. That first drink isn't very enjoyable, I can tell you. It burns your insides and it makes your eyes water.
He carries the wing of the white bird of peace.
Of course, you will compare yourself with others.
Oh, this is like a dream I've had.
Deep there's adventure and danger. That's where you'll find Diver Dan. The sights that he sees are surprising and stranger than ever you'll see on the land.
Finley thinks himself a fool and wants a chance to go to school, to know what's good and what is bad, just as any other lad.
It's a man. It must be. Oh, no, it's a god, I'm sure.
You will notice that your classmates change in different ways and at different rates. For example, let's look at Bill, and Jean, and Jim, and Ellen.
Orders of Wongo. My name is Engor. I come in peace.
Be in peace.
I come to speak the words of my father, King of Guna.
We will hear the words of the King of Guna.
Tip refused the drink. He said he was in training and basketball meant too much to him. But that isn't good enough for his friends. He has to be a sport. You'd be surprised at how little it takes to get you tight that first time. That's true with adults, but at high school age, even though your mind seems mature, your body isn't, and alcohol is a violent narcotic.
My father has fear. Fear? What gives him fear?
Well, that first night was the start. Paul, Jim, and Tip took to drinking together. Jim's father gave him plenty of money, and Jim kept them in liquor.
There is a strange tribe of men. Some say they are like apes.
From where do the ape men come?
From the sea.
No men live in the sea.
Boys, I think Finley's idea of you fish learning some of the things known above is a good idea. But I've never been a teacher before.
We never learned anything before either, so we're even.
We have seen no ape men. We have heard of no ape men.
You know these things now. I have given you my father's word.
Why does the King of Guna wish us to know these things?
My father fears the ape men will come to Guna.
Wongo does not fear.
King of Wongo, the ape men will come, if not today, at some time. My father wishes you and all of Wongo to come to the village of Guna. There is much food. You have brave young men, and so have we.
It is true. Our men are brave.
With your men and our men, we can kill the ape men.
We will give you the words for your father tomorrow.
Will he stay in Wongo, do you think? If I can find a way to keep him, what way can there be? I know a way. Don't even say that. The dragon god will be angry. I would keep him, even if that happened.
Let's take a field trip. The sea itself may be our school. We'll move our class from place to place, and I'll tell you what science has discovered, and I'll tell you about living things in their natural habitat.
Parts of tonight's film were shot at a tourist attraction called Coral Castle. Yes, that's the castle you see in the film. It's in Homestead, Florida, and it was built by a man, I believe his name was Ed Leedskalin, something like that. Anyway, he built it to impress a girl who broke his heart. Yes, well, he died in 1951, and if only he could have held on for a few more years till 1958 when the movie was shot, well, he could have had all these half-clad women dancing around, and he would have had maybe a second chance. Who knows?
You're watching the basement sublet of horror.
Hey, the mail's just arrived. Well, any time you want me to stop this movie, you just say the word. Oh, and by the way, let me see what this message is. It could be something important. Let's take a look here. Oh, my word. This is important. It's very important. You have to see this.
We've heard lots of reasons, some of them pretty good. At least they sound pretty good on the surface. But once in a while, we fool ourselves. We think we're doing something for one reason, when another reason is the real cause.
We have been shamed. The women have shamed us before this man with a woman's skin.
But a man's body. We do not have women's faces, and I would not want one. We are men, and if we went to Guna, we should find our women running after men like him. As for me, I had rather fight 8 men. I have seen no 8 men. Do we know that there are 8 men?
Fortunately, a patrol car spotted Jim going through a stop sign, and he is picked up on suspicion of drunk driving.
This is a trick. If the king of Guna wanted our women, how could he get them more easily than to send his son with some wild story to get them to his village, and we ourselves die there under Guna's spears?
That would be easy. Does anyone disagree?
I'm getting sick and tired of your attitude. You don't even bring a pencil and a piece of paper to class. You knew we were having a test today.
Do we go to Guna? We do not go. That will be our answer. That is wise. Is it agreed?
Agreed. Agreed.
I do not like to kill a man who comes with a white bird's wing.
With this man, it must be.
In the morning, let us eat.
What's that guy waiting for?
Give him a bump.
Hit him again.
Oh, cut it out. We're getting a jam.
What's the matter? You chicken or something? Come on, move it!
What do you punks think you're doing anyway?
What was that you called us?
Well, I just bought that car. Now look.
Dragon God, protector of Wongo, once more we send our maidens to your temple to prepare them for marriage to our young men.
Even dates were no fun anymore without a bottle. Naturally, what the waiter is doing is reminding them that he has a sign in his front window, too. We do not serve liquor to minors, but Jim had thought of that.
There he is. He's beautiful, like the sun. Look, he's trying to pick out Omi.
Return our maidens to us, O dragon god of Wongo.
They're going to kill him, or now. No. Yes, it's planned. I overheard. The uncle's going to throw the spear. No. Will you try to help me save him? Tell us how.
Jim's date, Judy, had never tasted liquor before, But like dope addicts, one drinker can't stand the sight of somebody not drinking. And soon, Judy catches the spirit of the thing.
Women everywhere, I'm gonna tell you. No!
Have you ever thought about the times when everybody in your family was having a good time and everybody was happy? It's when each member of the family helps and does his share. Isn't that right?
Look, maybe this thing just isn't for me. I never thought I belonged here anyway.
He protects and he saves his friends under the waves. That's where you'll find Diver Dan.
Do you ever have moments when your problems are so tough you want to lash out at the world, or just have a good cry?
Oh, dragon god, this day you have been insulted by the maidens of Wongo, and woe to the village. Now they must leave us, without our prayers for their protection. Never has this happened before.
Sometimes it can be embarrassing to find that you are not conforming or doing things in the same way as the others.
Each night, one maiden shall wait alone, a sacrifice if the god comes. Go.
The boys can't understand Judy. Only 2 drinks and look at her. But it's really very simple. Tolerance for alcohol varies from person to person. Judy is one of those on whom it acts like a deadly poison. And on someone who has never used it before, the effect is a lot more violent.
My son, you have returned.
I am happy to be back in Guna.
The king of Wongo received you well?
They tried to kill me with a spear as I departed.
You carried the white birdwing? Did you kill their spearmen?
I was saved. I was saved by the women of Wongo.
The women?
They are very unusual women, oh my father.
Why? The answer lies in you. You are different. No longer a child, not yet a grown-up. You are changing, leaving childhood, entering adulthood.
You are shamed.
I am alive.
It is good. What about the girl?
Look at those fools. Wongo women, indeed.
What do you mean unusual?
Very unusual.
Wahoo!
We've learned a good lesson today.
Jim himself is in no shape to drive. Right now, he wishes he'd taken just one less drink.
Anyone have an idea where this movie's going tonight? Well, I bet it's probably taking most of you right to sleep. And as a matter of fact, it's maybe a little sleepy myself. So if you don't mind, I'm just going to kick back here and I'm just going to take a little nap myself.
what says, read this, okay? You are watching the basement sublet of horror, public access. Thank you.
Oh yes, a little warning about the next part of our film. Yes, I'm serious about this, a warning. It contains an interpretive dance routine. Yes, that's right, interpretive dance. Ooh, so anyway, yes, this kind of thing has been known to cause seizures in some people and actually put some people into shock. Yes, and other people might find themselves uncontrollably embarrassed by the gross incompetence of the dancing in this film, so you have been warned.
Ladies of Wongo, the dragon god is angry. Do you come to offer sacrifice?
These are not easy questions, but let's see if we can find the answers.
We have awaited the god each night, but he has not chosen to make.
You don't even care, do you? Now, you're as smart as anyone else in this classroom.
That is why I have called you to the temple.
Young people are constantly studying their appearance, abilities, and limitations to see how they compare with their classmates.
And are off on a wild, non-stop ride.
On the surface, you know, we have many plants, trees, flowers, and such. We would like to know about sea plants.
Oh, sometimes I wish I were Diver Dan. He has the answers to most everything. I often feel like a fool. I'm glad I'm a fish. People seem to have so much trouble. I do envy them one thing. Their vast knowledge.
That's because they have schools.
Well, couldn't we go to school?
Of course.
Do you think Diver Dan would teach us?
With just 2 of you as pupils, he might be happy to tutor you. don't you go find Diver Dan and tell him you want him to teach you? Doc can explain your idea. Well, I like you just as you are, but a little wisdom is useful at times.
Hey, I wonder what the Malibu mermaid is up to right now. Anyway.
Hello, Hermit Crab.
Goodbye.
She is gone. I told you. Now that the letter's been spilled, we can go back to Wongo. I'm glad it was over. Look! Let me go! Let me go! You cannot help. If he comes to represent the God, it does not matter.
Who am I? What kind of person do I want to be? How can I become the person I want to be?
That'll learn him, darn him.
You have insulted the God again. And if it were the God, he would have taken the one he wanted or all of us. I'm going to tell the king about this. My father shall say I have acted as he would wish his daughter to act.
If you're thin, don't worry over that. Just begin to laugh and you'll grow fat. Keep your girlish figure. You'll be young as time goes by. Figures never, never lie.
Keep your girlish figure.
Well, here I go.
You know we must remain here until the God takes blood. It is the king's command. We have waited twice around our numbers, and none has been chosen. Tonight, Mona will keep the vigil for us all. If she is chosen, may she go with him without fear and without pain. Without fear, without pain.
Anyway.
If the great dragon comes and she escapes him, this she may do. I am ready. I will walk with her to the place of waiting.
A horsey. Oh, boy. Giddy up. I've got to get an electrician. Electrician. Hurry. Hurry. Oh, ow. Gotta get enough pissing. No, gotta get a magician for Betty. Magician.
Well, they're not so much high brows or low brows as wrinkled brows.
Jamie,
How's Dad?
how did you know?
I heard it over the radio. How is he?
He'll be all right. He's resting now. He was terribly shaken up and bruised, though. Oh, it makes me sick to think about it.
Jamie. I'm sorry, Dad. I'm sorry.
There's nothing for you to be sorry about, son. It wasn't your fault. I'm all right now. You'd better get upstairs to bed.
I'm sorry, Dad.
And when somebody's told time and time again that they're stupid or slow, they'll begin to believe it. But the truth is, over half the students who drop out have average IQs or better.
Gotta get a politician. 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 Yeah, if I go wrong. Oh, Dad. Well, put that on our show. I'll just find that
Don't you think you're making a big mistake?
Look, don't worry about me. I'll do just fine.
The 8 men have come. The evil men Ingor came to tell us about. They're going to Wongo. But they might have been to Wongo already. We'll go there. But we can't go. The god has not taken a bride. The king did not say we must remain until the god took a bride. He said we could not return until the insult to the god had been paid in blood. The god has taken the 8 men. The blood of the 8 men is paid.
What do you want from me?
Are you quitting?
Yeah, you know, this thing didn't just come up. It's been building for a long time.
Oh, hello. Yes, my friends. I was doing a little research for next week, and I was trying to find a specific film. I couldn't remember the title of it, and if I can only... Oh, it's right in front of me here. Let's see. Oh, yes, lovely title. You'll like this one. Anyway.
Hello, tonight it's the basement sublet of horror.
Men of Wongo, I have now assumed the role of tribal chief, and I have allowed that your movie will continue to be shown.
They are gone. They're all gone. But perhaps they're still hiding.
That's why many families live together in a community. A community is a group of people living near each other, helping each other do things they couldn't do by themselves. What each person does is called his job.
Hush! You'll call the 8 men back. I mourn my father. Juana is right. Although my father was the king of Wongo, I am his daughter.
And that by doing a good job in school, you are helping yourself, your family, and your community.
Our own men are never coming back. Do you want to live here the rest of your life without any men at all? Wouldn't be like you. Shut up!
Do you ever worry about yourself, wondering if you're doing as well as you should, or whether people like you, or what people really think of you?
Leave her. You know the penalty.
Anyway.
She said you are no king. She must die. Kill her. Kill her. Kill her. Kill her. Kill her.
I shall respect those with less ability and help them to develop their own abilities.
I am no king. We have no men, and our young hunters will never return. Auntie deserves to die, but she is right. We do not want to live and to grow old and die without men. Wongo is ended. Tomorrow we leave Wongo. We can't leave. Where can we go? We'll go south. South? To Guna.
Daddy, I couldn't find a musician.
women of the 8 men. Don't let them see us. They'll kill us. Oh, no, these women are from Guna, I'm sure. No, no, unless the 8 men live in Guna. Well, I'll ask them if it is Guna. Do you dare go? Guard me with your spears. Good day, sisters of Guna. I come in peace. Then go in peace.
I am a person with some limitations I can do nothing about, so I shall accept them with good humor.
You come from Wongo.
How did you know?
We have heard of the Wongo women.
Mona? Mona?
You come in peace with spears.
We're attacked!
I am a unique individual. There is nobody just like me in all the world.
There is still nobody. Where did they go? I do not know. It must be the 8 men came. I do not like it here. This is our home. No. Wongo stands here, but it is not home. It is gone. Angor came to ask for our spears to defend his village. Let us go there. There are women in Guna. If the men of Guna fight, we will go on, but not back to Wongo.
Yes.
We go south.
Better take this back, Jamie.
We didn't know it was your dad, Jamie.
We wouldn't have done it if we'd known.
Leave me alone.
Take it, Jamie.
You keep it. I don't want anything more to do with it.
Now, look, Jamie, don't get smart. Don't forget, you could have been along instead of one of us. Could have been one of our dads. Wouldn't see me moping around if it had been my old man.
Don't worry. I'm not forgetting a thing. Just count me out from now on.
There he is.
The way to Guna is south. You'll be our scout. Keep silent.
I can't go another step. We can stop for a minute. I'll go look ahead.
Now is the time of change and self-discovery, this junior high age.
Are there any more at home like you?
Everybody else can decide what he wants to do and when. But me, don't forget it.
I'm sorry.
Olu! It's the women of Wongo. What are you doing here?
I was hoping we'd see you.
So, Wongo has come to Guna after all. Where are your friendly men?
There isn't any Wongo. The 8 men took it. There are no more men. Come out and we'll cook your meal.
Gee, thanks, Mom.
Don't you like us? Would you not rather have us for mates? We can all go back to Wongo.
You must go away. We should not have talked with you at all.
What do we do now? Well, if they won't even speak to us, how are we going to persuade them?
On some things, like current styles or taste in music, you may wish to do your own thinking.
Why can't we get them to go with us? But they're men. Well, that's what we came here for, wasn't it? We will camp here.
You have bound us. These thongs are the mark of slaves. For that, something will happen to you. When it does, you will know why.
If we had fear, we'd have crawled on our stomachs to the women of Guna. We have no fear.
You have forgotten you are only a woman. You do not understand men.
Anyway.
now my favorite song. It goes a little like this. Anyway, anyhow, anyway, 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 anyway.
We come to the temple with the men who shall be our mates. If these are your mates, why are they bound like slaves? We dare not unbind them. They would flee to Guna, and there would be none to worship the dragon god. There is danger! I see spears coming to the temple! They are here! Spears! Who comes with spears?
It is Harko and the hunters of Wongo. We have come to present our mates to the dragon god.
These your spears! Let them enter!
Anyway.
Let Akko come forward and speak.
We men of Wongo thought our women were taken by the ape men. We have found others. We have come to present them to the dragon god.
Your father chose Omu for your mate. How do you answer to that?
I will answer. Omo is mine.
So be it!
When the total picture comes into focus, you'll find that the answer to who am I usually goes something like this.
Anyway. And so with a wink, there, and so with a wink and a nod, the good-looking men and women of Wongo move off to Hanky-Panky Island. Ew. Well, that's it for Wild Women of Wongo. We'll be back next week, my friends, with another movie for you. And until then, good night, my friends. Are we off now? Oh, good. Oh, I need a drink. Oh. This is getting to me, it really is.
Dance, maidens of Wongo, before the dragon god. Offer yourselves to him as sacrifice. Dance, dance! Dance!
We're on? Well, yes, you didn't see that, kids. Good night. Go to bed. Anyway,